Hi everyone. I wrote down some notes so that I could get back to you about how my doctor visit went. But first of all, I'm on day 12 of my fast with at least 9 days remaining. So my doctor visit with the naturopathic doctor, I felt like it went really well. She was very attentive and really took the time to listen. I mean, she actually spent an hour and 30 minutes with me as opposed to my 10 or 15 minutes with other doctors. And so she not only listened, but she was paying attention to all the details. And so that was important to me. We started out talking about the herbs that I was taking, which was for the lymphatic system and for the kidney, and she felt like those were fine, the fact that I was taking those. But without giving you so many details and boring you with those, basically the fact that my symptoms had subsided drastically after 10 days of fasting, she's really think it's diet related. She believes that I am allergic to wheat, and that's just her initial thoughts, and we're going to be doing tests to confirm that, but that's what she thinks. She basically said that, I pretty much diagnosed myself. Now, I started out not wanting to tell her what I think is wrong based on my own research, because I've done that with other doctors and they just tend to agree. So I just told her about all of my symptoms and what I've been experiencing. And she did say that it sounds like it could be something in the chest area related to muscular, or whatever the doctor terminology that was used, which I'm not going to even try and quote, but basically that was in line with costochondritis. But as we talked further, I told her that I felt like it was Tietze syndrome, and so she had heard of Tietze syndrome. And so, and of course, she couldn't do a diagnosis right there on the spot. What we did though was to try and rule out any of the major things that could be life-threatening, whereas we know that costochondritis and Tietze syndrome are not. And that was one of the reasons that I was going to see her. And so we did an EKG. She wanted to rule out any type of heart-related things, and she just thought mine was superb, nothing abnormal there at all. She also did took a urine sample and took lots of blood. So we're doing some blood work, and she's going to be testing for anything related to arthritis because of what I described. Also, she's going to be testing for candida and a gluten allergy. So I'll be getting that blood work back soon. We talked about cancer. I brought that up because I'm just trying to rule out everything that I can, and she's not a huge fan of mammograms, which neither am I, but of course she was definitely not telling me not to get one. She thinks that it may not be a bad idea to get an initial one, but what she likes to do is something called a thermography. And so I've not read up on that yet. However, that's something I'm planning to do once I end this video, is to read up on thermography and see what that entails. She wants me to come back and do one of those in a couple of months. So the plan is to do that. All in all, what I'm saying is there's no true diagnosis yet. We're eliminating the big things is what we're going to do first. And she does feel that it's diet related, and we're going to try and see if we can confirm that one way or the other. So that's where we are. The other thing I want to note though, which I did not know prior to seeing her, and I just saw her on Wednesday, and that is that this morning, as I was just putting on some lotion or some of my oils or whatever, I felt a really sensation when I touched myself right here, just doing that. And it took me by surprise, just really caught me by surprise. And so because I should mention, in her office, I was unable to replicate any of the discomfort that I've been feeling for 4 months now. I could not reproduce any of it. I did all kinds of movements trying to do it. That's how effective the fast has been. It's been that effective. So with that said, I'm saying I was surprised this morning as I was doing like this to even just feel that. Now, I've dropped 11 pounds. I get into weight in just a moment. So I think that that's revealed a little more of my chest area. And so I honestly feel like there's a spot right here that's a little more raised and not as flat as everywhere else in this area. You know, and obviously I'm concerned. My boyfriend and I both examined it very well. He's had lots of medical courses and did a lot of examination himself to see, and we both find it, you know, kind of odd. Now, I will say it's in line with Tietze syndrome. The one thing that I was unable to find that Tietze syndrome says is a symptom, and that is swelling. So I've not seen swelling, so which makes me kept going back and forth between costochondritis versus Tietze syndrome. So it could be that. It feels there's certainly a discomfort, and there's a raised area, and it could be swelling or whatever, you know, but it could be something more serious than that. We all know that, you know. What if it's cancer related? I do not know at this point. Not going to freak out just yet, at least. So the plan is to call the naturopathic doctor back and let her take a look at that and see if there's any cause of concern for that. Now, I find it interesting that it's just now revealing itself. Now, I'm a big believer in fasting and what it can do, and you know, maybe the body is healing itself, and I've lowered my body fat a bit, and you know, maybe I'm able to see more, maybe there's just healing going on. I do not know at this point, so I'm probably rambling by now, but so I just want to say, trying to give you guys all the details that I can, those of others who are suffering from Tietze syndrome and or costochondritis. I find it frustrating that I can't just find solid answers, so I wanted to share all that I can. So at any rate, I will keep you posted on all of that. The only other thing she said that she advised that I should take a vitamin D3, and you know, I may or may not do that. But and then last, I'll just touch on the weight loss. So I'm a bit frustrated that a couple of days ago I was at 125.4. Yesterday, still 125.4, in spite of the fact that I did 3 miles yesterday. This morning woke up 125.2. 0.2? Okay, so I'm not happy about that, and I'm not going to try and camouflage that. This is certainly about healing my body. That is automatically first, and I have read that sometimes when it's healing, it maybe not burning fat, it's not the priority. So anyway, but I also do want to drop a lot of this extra weight that I don't want. I'm always trying to do that. So I'll keep going with that, but right now I'm at 125.2. So okay guys, I appreciate you all checking in, and I will keep you updated on how it's going and try to get to the root cause of is this how I do believe this is Tietze syndrome, even if it's something else related with it, but to get to the root cause of this and to share what I know, if I can get rid of it, what worked. And that's my whole objective for doing this, is to share what's worked for me in case it works for others, because it's hard to find answers out there. Thank you.